How'd you kind of assess what went wrong tonight?
I thought they were great. They played a fantastic game. They came in here, having lost 3 straight. They were locked in, and I thought getting off to the slow start hurt us because, for us to win right now, it's got to be about energy and winning extra possessions, crashing, forcing turnovers, and we just fell behind like that. And they were playing, with the lead the entire game, and we just couldn't climb back in it.
Steve, what is key for you guys to have faster starts? Because it seems like it's been a clear theme recently, the slow starts versus fast starts.
Well, defensive mentality is the most important thing. We have to come out with some pop and some energy and at that end of the floor, and just didn't feel like we were as engaged defensively as we needed to be.
12 of 44 from 3. What did you think of the looks you guys got?
We got some good looks. I mean, we took care of the ball tonight, 32 assists, 10 turnovers. It wasn't like we played poorly. We shot poorly, and like I said, we'd never made a defensive stand in the game. So it was just it was a night where they totally outplayed us.
Hey, Steve, you've been a part of seasons where everything just seemed to go really right, and you've been a part of seasons where everything just seemed to go really wrong. With all of the challenges of this season, what has been your biggest challenge in terms of just trying to keep the ship on course?
I'm enjoying the season. Our guys are, tonight notwithstanding, our guys have competed and really done a good job of finding ways to win. And obviously tonight was not our night, but these guys are great. Our guys are really, scrappy, and they're playing hard, and they're sticking together. So it's a fun group to coach, and we got to kind of sweep this one away and get ready for Monday. We have a huge game Monday night.
Steve, these are the guys that you guys are going to have to track down to avoid the play-in, get to the 6th seed. I think it's 4.5 games now. Is that still a realistic goal for you guys? Is that?
It's a lot. It's a lot to make up with 22 games left. We don't even talk about it. It's not anything that is worth discussing because we just have to try to go out and win and see what happens.
Any sense for how Will's doing, how his ankle is?
He just told me he rolled it. When I talked to him just now in the locker room, it was taped up. I don't know how bad it is.
Steve, so what changes most structurally when Draymond is on the floor versus when he's out?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
What changes most structurally when Draymond is on the floor versus when he's...
What changes the most when Draymond is on the floor versus off the floor?
Yes.
Well, I think, when he plays the 5 position at the center spot, we're gonna have him set a lot of screens and roll, and he's more of a playmaking center. And then when we bring in Al at the 5, he's more of a shooter, pick and pop player. So they're very different players, but Draymond's competitive desire and his brain is what is so important for us. He's a genius defensively, and his competitiveness is off the charts, and that's why we've won championships and had the run that we've had. And not easy for him right now, playing without Jimmy, without Steph, but I'm really impressed with just the way he's hanging in there and continuing to fight.
Steve, are the two-way guys going to practice tomorrow, or are they going to play in that game here?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Steve, Steph was quoted during the game saying it's going to be a little while longer as far as his prognosis. I know that you guys have an official update tomorrow, but has he been making progress on court recently?
So do you want an unofficial update?
Kind of, yeah. Okay.
I really don't have much to add, honestly, but we'll give you a better one tomorrow.
Mose, what did you think the biggest issue was, what did you think the biggest issue was tonight?
They hit a lot of shots and we didn't. I think that was like simple as it sounds. That was a big factor. They created a lot of shots, slowed us down, and we were just a step slow.
On a different note, Guy got his extension today. What was his reaction in the locker room, and what was your sort of the team's like reaction?
Yeah, well, I mean, it happened when we weren't in the locker room. So coming in, I talked to him about it. It was cool. I mean, I don't mean to sound like old head, but watching him kind of come in, work for it, not looking like it was a clear path to success, staying down, capitalizing on an opportunity, but not being overly ambitious, but still working every day, but keeping this composure that he had throughout everything when it wasn't looking good. And then it started looking good, and he's like being that same person is cool to watch. So that was a conversation I had with him this morning.
Moses, what's the key for you guys to get off to fast starts?
I think it starts on the defensive end, intensity, getting things going, moving around, and ball movement too. But I think the key to it in the beginning is aggressive. You're setting the tone on the defensive end, and then it translates to offense.
Was there a lack of that tonight? It feels like there's been kind of a theme recently with you guys as far as fast starts versus slow starts and continuing throughout the game.
Well, on that note specifically, it's tough to speed up Luka and LeBron because they play so slow. So that kind of works to their advantage in that sense.
Moses, you're signed for a few more years now. Guy is signed for a few years. Brandon maybe could be coming up. I know there's been a lot of kind of comings and goings, but do you kind of feel that there's a little bit of a core there, that you got guys that, maybe will be here for several more years, maybe for a lot of more years?
Yeah, you feel that, especially right now without superstars playing other than Dre, that, we're building just like any other young team in the NBA. That's kind of the feel of the locker room of the team right now.
You guys have seen it from your vantage point before when you're all healthy, what it's like to have 3 or 4 star-level players all playing well the same night. Tonight they had Doncic and James and Reeves all kind of going. What kind of problems does that create?
A lot. They was knocking down shots, creating shots for each other. They were clicking on all cylinders. Our job is to hinder that, but they had a good night.
You mentioned Draymond being the only star that you guys have active right now. How have you seen him navigate these past few weeks without Steph and without Jimmy?
Yeah, it's different. It's no secret. Like, Dre is a connecting piece, and he's played with some amazing players, and he's made them better. So it's just a different situation for him playing with the all-young team, and as we try to figure out the roles and everything, but he's handled it well. Every night, just mentality-wise, and trying to adjust his game to fit the way everybody's playing right now. He's in the process of it. So I've enjoyed watching him.
Gary, what do you feel like went wrong in that first quarter early on?
We just didn't come out with our defensive pop that we needed to. In games when we do come out locked in defensively, we give ourselves a shot, late in the game. Great extra possessions, forced turnovers, and, we're not going to outshoot everybody every night. And, tonight they didn't fall, so we really needed to rely on our, getting stops and creating more possessions, and, we just didn't do that.
How does it feel to see Guy get his extension, especially for a guy that's worked so hard?
I do not have the words for that. Just smiles, happy, long overdue. He's one of those, connector guys that you need on the team to keep everything flowing, keep everything, in order. And I can't express how, excited and proud and, deserving that is for my dog, Guy.
Gary, you're the third guy to come up here and say the difference was not being locked in defensively tonight, and kind of bigger picture the difference between the quick starts and the slow starts. Why? I guess, what is the difference between being locked in and not locked in defensively? And it seems like it's a mental thing. Why isn't that something that could happen every game?
It's just consistency, We got to do a good job of being consistent on that end. No matter what happens on the offensive end, just come out, be locked in, and, that's going to be our only, chance that we have to create more opportunities, more possessions, while our guys are out, KP and 30 and Jimmy. So, we can do that more times than none. It will put us in a great spot to, later down the game to keep it close and, just to make something happen. You guys are great. Enjoy your Saturday. Happy birthday, Monique. Love you.
Hey, Guy, congratulations, number one, on the contract extension. Just how do you describe your emotions of that coming together today?
Man, there's a lot of things that comes in my mind when, like you see your work, like get rewarded, It was a lot of work since I got here through the G League, even before playing in Brazil. All the resources that we have there is not much, and just to make to the league is a big thing. But even be able to like get an extension in the best organization in the world, that's no words that can describe this feeling, especially when there's the basketball, be a part of the Warriors, play with Steph and all that. But one thing that's really important for me is like my family, and and you get the sure that you're gonna be able to like help them for for long years. So it's just amazing. It's a great feeling, man.
In your conversations with your agents and with the team, what was the decision-making process like in terms of getting guaranteed money for a long term versus like hitting restricted free agency?
Right now, when they offer me the deal, and you look back, even if you look like how many second round picks, like late second round picks, get the chance just to extend it, So I love the Warriors. I love the organization. I love the people here, all the strength coaches, all the coaches, all the physiotherapists, all the players, and everybody, literally like everybody in this organization. It's so special for me, and just be able to be here for more 3 years, and you get like I said, like my family in a good spot, and also just be around like guys like Steph and Draymond, like Jimmy, it's a special feeling. So that's when I got the deal. I had no doubt about it.
And how did your family react to the news?
They were very excited, emotional, Like they, more than everybody, they know how tough it was for me to make here. So just to have them, the call that I told them, I was kind of serious. Like, Dad, Mom, I got something like serious to talk to you guys. And they thought that I got my fiancée pregnant. So no, but I said, no, that's another one. I got the extension, and all of them was emotional and happy.
When you
My bad.
following up, when you reflect on your journey, are there lessons or moments that you think can be helpful for the next generation of Brazilian basketball players?
Yeah. I've been in a spot that I was watching, a lot of players in Brazil, from Brazil in the NBA. I was, I think, 9 of them at some point playing in the league at the same time. Right now, I'm the only one here. So I'm the biggest example when you look to the basketball, when NBA, that is the biggest level that you can get. So everybody look and have me as a example. So for me, it's just trying to be a great guy, trying to be show that the work ethic is the most important thing, because that was what got me here in this position. Steve, all the time it was like, Steve, what I can do to get on the court. That was like a simple answer from him, like, Gui, just play hard as you can, just go there and find Steph. That's it. And I start doing that, then I get some little bit more minutes, and then with the Jimmy get hurt, that was big loss for us this season. That opened up a little bit more space for me so I can show a little bit more like what I can do, and do a little bit more than just like be an energy guy. But overall, just be a good example for our kids in Brazil and show that if you work, you get what you deserve, you know.
Moses was talking about this a little bit, that obviously with your big stars, a lot of them are out, that the younger guys are in charge. Well, not in charge, but, you know, obviously the role switches. Do you feel that, and do you feel something happening that they can be developing, that you younger guys, I'm talking Brandon, obviously, and Moses, yourself, maybe a few others, are formulating something now?
Yes, I can say that we're doing that a little bit. You know, you can see Moses might be one of the best shooters in the league right now. You know, BP is a great playmaker for us. I'm doing the kind of stuff that, like, trying to help the team, like little stuffs and everything that I can to help the team. We're creating something right now, so, you know, in the future, we all want to play together. But at the same time, you still having Stephen, you know, so until the time that we have this guy for around us, we know that he's the guy that's gonna make the difference for us, and he's the guy that's gonna change everything. Just for him to be allowed to step on the court. If just he step on the court, that's a big difference for us. Just confidence, because everybody know that he's there. All the other teams are so worried about him, to guard him, and the young guys can do a little bit more space, more freedom. We don't have to, you know, create all this stuff. Steph just do some big work, and we just do the easy work. But I think we are creating something for sure. But we still having Steph, Draymond, we still having Jimmy. So that's a big squad that we gotta respect everything they have done in the league and with the Warriors.
When you called your parents and acted all serious, were you purposefully trying to trick them, and where did you initially think that their head was going to go with all that?
No, I was doing that on purpose, because, you know, when you got a call from your son and say, I got something really serious to talk about, they know my life was good. I was not doing nothing wrong. That was the only thing that could happen. Like, oh, we got a mini Gui coming here. So, yeah, but that was just a joke. And they were like, okay. Yes, but if that was the news for them, they would love it too. But it's kind of a different. Yeah, now I can get some more geese. All right.
You just referred to yourself briefly as an energy guy, and that's what Kerr has called you, obviously. So, coming out in a game like this when you needed energy, did you look around and see some of it was lacking tonight at the beginning of the game?
Yes. I would not say the energy, but our effort on defense, you know. Also, that's a little bit of energy, but our effort on the defense was not like the best games, you know. And when you got to guard Luka, LeBron, you know, these guys are really tough to guard. And when you don't really do your best effort on defense, it's really tough to win a game like that. So I think that was the biggest you know, thing that we didn't do that hurt us today.